First of all, congratulations. Mr. Crockett was very unexpectedly gory. It was really awesome. I wasn't sure what to expect from the premise, but it blew me away.
I'm glad.
Tell me a little bit about how this idea came about.
Cool. So yeah, I'm glad you said that. I was very excited to like just really and I know 2002 was trying to not show the reveal of everything. But the idea came about. I'm a parent. I got two kids, 4 and 1 year old, and my 4-year-old is a crazy overactive kid, bouncing off the walls at all times. Very similar to Major, except like probably even like ×3 in a way. But he gets super obsessed over shows that he watches. Like now he's really into Power Rangers and certain Lego stuff. So he just gets obsessed. And if you try to rip him off the TV, it's like, good luck, you know? Like you got to be yelling at him. Like I feel like I'm like in the Northman sometimes, like just yelling at him in front of the TV. And so that was heavy inspo for Mr. Crockett, which was really blippy. I guess the new age Mr. Rogers. I would say like Mr. Rogers was also heavy inspo for Mr. Crockett. And yeah, it was always just like that what if, because I had many scenarios like that, the living room scene where Summer Major, Summer was going in on her son, you know, this is like just pushed over the edge. That happens to me every morning before he gets ready for school. And so it's always about that, like what if Blippy didn't like what he saw of me tearing my kid up. You know, what if he wanted to rescue what he thought is like a hostile household? He wants like rescue my kid from me. You know, I think one of my worst fears, and which a lot of fears as a parent, is like, you know, your kid in danger. So I think that's something that rang through to me, and I really wanted to emphasize that with this piece.
I work with kids, and they constantly get obsessed with either YouTube characters or TV characters.
Oh,
and
yeah.
A lot of these kids believe that, you know, they have a connection with these characters, much like your main character here. Why is that such a fearsome thing for parents? Why does that inspire fear in parents?
Inspiring fear of like them getting obsessed over shows.
Yeah.
I think in general, it's like you have another person influencing your kid. And you have your kid, especially I think a lot of parents didn't want their kid to be watching the screen for so many hours. And in general, just would rather have the kid be obsessed with reading or playing outside rather than just sitting and watching TV, because a lot of times too, it gets to a time point to where they may be like dependent on it. And like they won't act right in public unless they get an iPad and such, which we haven't given to our son because the fear of him getting really, really dependent on that. And it's such a heavy thing now. I mean, the kids show industry is crazy huge. Like, yeah, kids like Vlad and Nikki are like almost 75 million followers, making like 30+ million a year on YouTube and stuff, you know. And like in general, I'm like, damn, I'm make a kid show, you know. And so I think kids, they want to see kids play as well. And this whole culture of YouTube today is insane. And so I think all that, just obsession of that was this heavy inspiration for me, where like these kids, literally, my kid will sing this song in his sleep a lot of times. I was out here in the room and he's singing like maybe a Blippy song or and such. And so, I like, what if it came into that next level to where this character was really alive and his intention was to get these kids hooked on these songs, like for a certain purpose.
Definitely. And the fact that Mr. Crockett is on VHS made it even more frightening for me for some reason. Like, it seemed like there was lore to it. Was that always the intention with that?
Yeah, I had it set in 95 and I wanted it to be ring true through like just like the styling of the show and the wardrobe of the characters. And I wanted, since the jingle is kind of like an older sounding type of thing, I really wanted it. Yeah, I wanted that physical medium. I didn't want it to be like, oh, it's on like a streaming service. In general, I tried to lean from it looking as like, I guess, new age as possible in a way. And so I wanted, that element of having that VHS of him like having to take the VHS out, or her having to take the VHS as such. And in general, I wanted to create a VHS cover and all these other types of props and like build this character. And it was just creepy to me to have it set in that type of era and that time to where you had to use VHSs rather than now. So
definitely. And having a huge streaming company like you, like Hulu, back you up on a project like this, that's so unique. What does that mean to you as a filmmaker?
it's inspiring that, and it's like validating that my ideas work and that I should just keep on experimenting more and see what happens. I think in general, it's like a big step for me as far as that certain validation and just seeing where it could go from here.
Definitely. Well, this is a fantastic project. It really creeped me out at a certain point. So thank you very much for that. And, have a great rest of your day.
Jesus, man, I appreciate you.